What's going on, everybody? My name is DriftSpeaks. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is going to be my video on top 5 ways to beat Hex Ruin, or top 5 ways to defeat it, combat it, whichever catchy title you enjoy. Go and insert it right here. I've been waiting to do this video for a long time. I'm glad I finally got around to doing it. Go ahead and put the thing together yesterday. Hope you enjoy it. Sit back, relax, get some popcorn, ease up on that like button, and put it in the comment section what kind of video you like to see next. Any kind of video that you're having issues with in DBD, just let me know. We're gonna put it down in the comment section and we're gonna go ahead and work on it. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into number 5. This is gonna be This Is Not Happening. That's a perk that you can get, and This Is Not Happening, what it does is whenever you are injured, it makes the great skill check signal bigger. So that makes it a lot easier for you to hit these great skill checks. As you see, I'm hitting them in the video. But if you decide to go this route, you're pretty much gonna have to make a whole build design around it, so that way you know you're always injured, or at least you're injured for whenever you want to be injured. You know, sort of things like that. Like you might want to go ahead and grab Dead Hard, maybe even No Mither, something like that. But this is gonna be the lowest ranked way to deal with it. This kind of way, I've done this one game and I won't do it again. But it is a way to combat Hex Ruin. Anyways, so we're moving on to number 4. Number 4 is going to be Detective's Hunch. You can get this perk from Detective Tapper or in the Shrine of Secrets. And this is pretty much whenever you pop a gen, what happens is it shows you all the objectives around you, whether that be totems, which is what you're looking for, chests. You can see other generators. But as you can see, I find the totem right there. I go check on it. Let's see what it is. Boom! Hex Ruin. So, like I was saying, Detective's Hunch is a great perk to go ahead and find it, but it requires you to get one gen done. So with that being said, moving on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be the map, and not just any map. Can't be the green map, has to be the pink map, because that pink map gives you the add-ons you need for, well, not the add-ons, but it gives you what you need to go and find the objectives. So as you can see, you power up the map, you can go ahead and see where it's at. Boom, you see a totem, you can see the hooks, you can see the generators, you can show you pretty much everything. I like to run range add-ons when I'm using the map, specifically because it gives you more bang for your buck. And I enjoy using the map. Every time I have it, I always try to use the map when I can. And moving on to number 2. Number 2, I gotta give it up to Small Game. Small Game is gonna be a perk that you can unlock. You can go ahead and level it up to tier 3. At tier 3, it's pretty darn useful. It's even useful when it's not at tier 3. But what it's gonna do is it's going to give you a noise notification whenever you are looking in the direction of a totem or a trap. So if you're facing the hag or the trapper, it'll give you a noise notification. I find that this is better than the map only because it's more consistent, because I can bring this perk every game. I can't always bring, the rarest map in the game, because sometimes I'll lose it and then I don't have it, and then I might not get in my blood web. But this is a guaranteed way I could have it every single game. That's why Small Game had to be number 2. Now, moving on to number 1. Number 1 has to go to the most used, the most tried and true method, which is gen tapping. Yes, I know gen tapping can be underrated. Gen tapping can be a new move for what, from what good players will say. Every good player will be like, oh, well, just hit the skill checks, bro. Just hit the great skill checks, bro. Get good, noob. Yeah. A lot of people can't do that, and a lot of people don't want to risk that, because if you blow the gen, next thing you know, you're being chased for the killer, and you can, it can really snowball your game to be a terrible game. So let's just go ahead and get into gen tapping and what gen tapping is. Gen tapping is pretty much, as you see on my screen, where I'm just tapping the gen just enough to go ahead and give it progress and then stop. Progress, then stop. Progress, then stop. What I've come to find out is, as long as you stay, like if you're looking at my repairs on the left hand side, like how many blood points I'm getting per repair, I try to keep mine right at 15. If I can, I'm going to try to keep my repair points right at 15, because I don't know a better way to give you a timing for when you need to do it. Usually it's about like 1 second. So, but like if you notice that you're getting 15 points per tap, then you're doing good on your gen tapping. Because once you start getting around 20 points, or even like 21, 22, you might even get a skill check in there and it'll blow. And because you're letting go, it's an automatic blow. There ain't gonna be no skill check that you might hit. No, you're gonna automatically blow it. So, like I was saying, try to keep your blood points right around 15 points on the left hand side. And I'm gonna tell you how effective gen tapping really is. Because if you were to hit all great skill checks, for some reason you're a god at this, you hit all great skill checks, you get hardly any kind of skill checks that come at you, it will take you 80 seconds or a minute and 20 seconds. I found that while gen tapping, this video right here, I did this gym in 2 minutes. So that's an extra 40 seconds. But there were no skill checks. I didn't blow the gym, and the gym was completed in 2 minutes flat, and that is consistent timing. That timing will be every single time you do a gym, and you do it the exact same way. It will always. And I give big points for consistency. So that is why gym tapping was number 1. Now, time to give an honorable mention. Alright, and the honorable mention goes to just going through the motions with the gin. And what I mean by that is no gin tapping, no items, no magic, no special techniques, no hacking cheat codes, none of that. Pretty much just go through the motions, mixing good skill checks with great skill checks. And pretty much what I did in this clip that you're watching is I made it a point to only hit good skill checks. Because I wanted to know what was the total amount of time, what's the longest time it'll possibly take me to finish this gym. And I know it's RNG based. I know that, it would depend on how many skill checks you get, in which I got quite a few in this one. I believe I got 8 skill checks total. And even with 8 skill checks total, I went ahead and finished this gym in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Which I believe is pretty impressive, hitting only good skill checks. I never hit not one great. So I believe personally, if you were to mix in some great skill checks with some good skill checks, you should be able to complete this gen in under 2 minutes. Because I doubt that you're gonna get 8 skill checks, man. 8 skill checks is a lot of skill checks for a gen, if you don't know. Moving on, I would just want to go ahead and throw you in a tip. Whenever you hit a good skill check and the gen is kind of like fizzing and sparking and doing all that, let go of the gen. Because if you don't let go of the gym, you can get another skill check in that small amount of time. And if you can't hit that great skill check, it'll just regress it again. Because as you know, if you hit a good skill check, it regresses and so on and so forth. So you want to make sure that you're, you want to make sure you limit the possibilities of getting another skill check. So as you can see right there, I stood up and went back down. And that's pretty much how you want to handle it. Yeah, I hope you learned something in this video. Hope you learned something. Hope you got something from it. Hope you got something you can take away. If you were entertained, you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on it. Put down in the comment section what kind of video you want to see next. And yeah, or put down in the comment section if I missed anything. If there's anything that you missed, if there's any one of these techniques that you use, why don't you put it down in the bottom? Put like a number. Put like number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, or the honorable mention. So let me know what it is, man. Holla at me. Let me know. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And subscribe, man. Trust me, you ain't gonna regret it.